full-size basketball can stay.
No, pull it out. Get rid of basketball.
Almost every single individual actually I've played with or against, either at varsity level, interprov.
The Olympics rap battle. That's we got to get petitioned.
It is just that our players couldn't give a rat's ass about actually being good, and they just want to do weird stuff on TV.
We can blame the South African soccer performance on apartheid. Welcome back to your mom's favorite podcast. Today, we have a lot of topics to cover. It's been a busy week for myself. Vincel, how about you?
So far, so good. Hasn't been too busy a week. Been pretty chilled on the work front, so can't complain too much there. Getting everything I need to do done, so pretty satisfied.
I'm glad to hear that. I had what was a pretty good week up until yesterday. What was yesterday? Monday. Yes, up until yesterday. Do you want to know what happened?
Of course I want to know what happened. Please tell me.
Okay, I'll tell you the good parts first. Last week, I played soccer on Wednesday night.
Alright, yes.
We played a six-a-side. It was tiring. Obviously, my body hasn't moved that way in a while. I've used muscles that I haven't used in a while, so I was a bit sore on the next day. But soccer was good. Scored a few goals. There was one guy who I have to tell you about. This guy, I swear, he could be the next Messi, the next Ronaldo. Maybe it's because he was playing against a bunch of amateurs, but he was very good. Only problem was he was very overweight. So
That's not a good
yeah,
combination.
he was quite a big guy, to say the least. Now, no
So is
hate
that
to
why
him.
he was good, actually? Because no one
I
could
don't
get
know.
near him.
I don't know. He was. I mean, he didn't make a lot of runs, obviously, but he always put the ball exactly where it needed to be. Whenever he took a shot, it was always top corner. He was able to cross the ball across the whole field without it hitting the net. So he also had a lot of skill while running with the ball. So it was like also hard to tackle him. Now, obviously, the rest of us aren't professional soccer players, so it wasn't like a good comparison, but he was definitely the best player there, okay, by a long shot. And now it just makes me think, if he perhaps lost some weight or managed to stay fit. I don't know what happened between obviously when he was in school and now, but if he
The
managed to
pub.
stay fit, he could have been possibly a name in the football world. But yeah, that is unfortunate. Obviously, beer tastes good in college, which might have been the reason. But anyway, then I had a very chilled weekend. The sun was shining for a bit. The rain was raining often. Then Monday came and I got an email from a client, not happy. So I spent 3 hours in a meeting, internal meeting, trying to solve the problem. Then we went and met the client to say, hey, we've dug into this. We've spent a lot of time, blah, blah, blah. And then the client says, oh, don't worry about it. So it's like, oh, okay, thanks.
They were not happy.
Yeah, the email that they sent was more of like a heads up or a warn, or like a, hey guys, we're just noticing this trend. And we were like, yeah, we've noticed it. And then we spent 3 hours digging into it, trying to figure out why it happened, what's changed, blah, blah, blah. Why was last year better than this year? And basically, we came down to what the solution was. And they didn't even ask for what the solution was. But I suppose in the end, at least things will look up from here. And then today, I got another email from another client. Also, guys, this is not working. We were better last year than we are this year. Why has this happened? And now I've got to do the same thing tomorrow. Is spend the whole time, and I did the whole of today, the whole end of today. I've just been trying to figure out what the issues are, trying to come up with solutions, and I don't even know if the solutions are going to work until I've implemented them. So it's a lot of stress. Also, I've just started at the job, so they might say, "Hey, you're not doing a great job. You're still on probation, so we're going to let you go."
Oh, that's
Obviously,
such a
I don't
fun
think that's
period
gonna,
to be in.
yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But uh, it's always a feeling in the back of your head that you know, last in, first out.
Yeah, that is always one of those weird things. It's different. I don't know exactly how the trends and everything are measured in your industry, but with us, it's obviously with our sales. So it's very, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's very clear to see the market trends with us, how it's
Right.
changed since I began 3 years, well, 2022, 23, 24. Call it 3 years ago. And it's quite interesting how the trends have shifted this year with our buying patterns. All our peaks and our troughs and our sales are complete opposites to the last 2 years. So maybe it's just a general market trend. I know South Africa and Ireland are very different economies at the moment, but I mean, it could just be global trends changing at the moment. So,
Mm.
but that's,
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess, in marketing, that's a bit of a harder thing to measure.
so the thing with marketing, obviously, it does come down to sales at the end of the day, but there's a lot of things that lead up to that, which in our favor, we can lean on these like metrics to say, look, we're doing well here, and it's going to reflect eventually at the end of the day. Um, but if it doesn't, then all of this that we've been saying makes it look even worse. So just to be safe, we just say, oh yeah, we're still building. But like the top line would be impressions. So how many people have seen the ads? Then the next one is how many people have clicked on the ads. Then the next one is how many people have added a product to their cart. Then the next one is how many people have actually purchased the product. So if you increase the impressions, the amount of times people see the ads, if the same amount of people, if the same increase doesn't happen with clicks, then there's a discretion there. And then people say, oh, well, why are we showing the ad to the wrong people? And then if more people are clicking, but they're not buying, then it's why are the wrong people clicking on the ads? Why are they not buying? And then when they're adding to cart, why are they not, but they're not purchasing? Why are they adding to cart and not purchasing? Obviously, when it gets to that point, that's onto the client because there's obviously something wrong with the checkout process, or the product is too expensive, or maybe people are going to buy later. Um, but the first part and the purchase part, the last part, is on us. So
Yeah.
if we
Okay.
don't get that to line up, um, that's when they start getting upset. And the problem is with clients, they're looking at their revenue for the month. Okay. But if we turn on ads on the first of the month, there will be a week where it's learning, where you can't guarantee anything's going to happen. Then there'll be a week where it starts spending and you can start making optimizations. And then you have 2 weeks left to make sales. So the first 2 weeks are essentially a write off, which is why typically we want to keep campaigns running for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months if we can, because then there's no learning period. Then you can just start making sales. But clients always want changes. So it's a bit of a tricky business. Like you can learn all the best practices and stuff online. You can teach yourself all of that, but client management, that is something that takes a lot of experience um, to master. So it can be tricky to kind of keep everyone happy and in a level where they understand that there's still work to be done. They can't just expect to pay money and get money back straight away.
M-
Um,
Magically, yeah.
magically. Um, but what this does bring me to is I was doing some research on how we can improve this podcast because we're getting views, which is quite nice to see. We've lost another subscriber. When you have
We
a small
lost
number of
one.
subscribers, yeah, when you have a small number, you notice the small increments. Obviously, someone saw it and wasn't happy, so they left. So for you guys at home, please make sure to like and subscribe to help us get to that magic number, 1,000 subscribers. So we can put on ads. Yay. And you can watch ads that I've probably created. Um, the one
That's
thing
an
that
amazing full circle moment.
the one thing that I did find is that when you are addressing the audience, it helps to have uh, a specific person in mind that you're talking to. So obviously, with our audience, it will change once we get more people interested and we learn about who is interested in our podcast. But from a starting point, I'm going to hand this over to you. If you were to address the audience as a singular person, how would you create? What would you picture in your mind? So the terminology is audience persona. So you create a fictional person. What are their interests, their habits, blah, blah, blah. And whenever you're talking to the audience, this is the person that you're talking to. So
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, no, that's
create.
something we do a lot of in sales with our trainings and everything is we always play these, what they call it in our industry, or at least in our business, mock detailing, where
Mhm.
you're having these fictitious characters that you're trying to talk to and imagining you're having a work colleague sit across from you, but they're playing the role of a doctor or a pharmacist or something to that
Right.
effect. I think can apply that here somewhat.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I
So
think
with that in mind, I've got some points here that we need to fill in. Okay. So play along at home. If you fit into this category, it means you must subscribe.
you have no choice. We will find you.
First, first point: is it a male, female, or non-binary person? Who do you think will listen to our podcast?
Probably some bored guys.
Guys, okay, so male.
That's what I'm thinking.
Now, our analytics say otherwise. It is 60
That's because our
40
wives
female.
don't count.
Exactly. Wives, sisters, moms. Okay, so male. What age group?
um, I think in the general trends of watching podcasts, it's people in their 20s to mid 30s. At least
Yeah.
from the people I know, that's generally the people watching podcasts. Not so much the younger school going people. They're more
I
watching your
think we might
gaming
go a little
streams and
bit higher.
stuff.
I think we might go a little bit higher. I was thinking more 25 to 35 age range.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I would have gone 20 to 35. So yeah, 25, 35. I'd say it's probably an accurate demographic, age graphic.
Oh, you know what's funny is I'm picturing like a person on Reddit sitting watching this podcast, and we're ticking all the boxes for this person. Um, so let's not get too offensive. Okay, the next point. So
Or get more offensive.
we've done gender, we've done age. Next is what are their interests online. So you pick two, I'll pick two.
Interests. I'm going to say sports
Okay.
because I mean, everyone in that age group has a sport they like. How obscure
Yep.
it could be, who knows? Could be badminton, could be ice hockey, could be rugby, could be soccer, could be cricket. It'll be one of them. Hell, it could be Call of Duty and esports.
Esports, yes. Okay, you took my one there as a gamer.
Oh, my bad.
It's fine. I'll chuck it in anyway. Gamer. I would say interests. They are interested in um, music, more on the side of vibey party music. Does that make
Just because we
sense?
liked it.
Because we liked it. If we're going to talk about it, so okay. Um, yeah, I think I would think of one like travel, but I don't want to get too specific, or because travel is a bit of a
Uh,
tough one in 2024. It's expensive to travel.
Yeah, especially when you have, well, in my case, a wee baby, and with your case, some two young children. So
Yeah,
it's no
and also,
longer just you and the missus going where you want.
yeah. Well, I don't think it's ever been that. We had kids early on, but the yeah, with travel, we don't want to discriminate based on finances because that's not fair. Um, but let's
Not
move
fair
on
on
to the next
ourselves.
thing. So they would be a new father or a young father that we're
Yeah, I'd
talking to,
agree
or
with that.
giving advice to. I spelled young wrong.
Oh, wow.
That's okay. I'll do spell check later. Don't worry.
We'll
Young
do
father.
a.
Okay. Um, and what we will say is the last thing. We will give them a name. We'll choose a name.
I'm trying to think of like a really generic South African name.
Peter.
Peter? How many Peters do you know? From
A
Ireland.
lot. A
I'm
lot.
not talking about the ones from Ireland. I'm talking about here in
Oh,
SA.
South African.
From back in the day. Grassroots.
Yaku.
Actually, yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Kubus.
Yeah, then we can go with the Yaku.
Yaku. Okay. Right. So we are looking for a Yaku who is a young father interested in sports, gaming, and music between the ages of 25 and 35. If this is you, leave a comment below letting us know that we have found you and we will be speaking to you going forward. Uh, Metaphorically, of course. You won't be speaking back. Um, cool. So that's it done. So now just remember going forward that if you ever are speaking to the camera, you're speaking to Yaku. So if you ever want to use a name or mention someone, we can just call him Yaku, and then we can, hopefully
So
the
we
story will.
forcibly nicknamed our laptops Yaku now.
Oh, okay. Well, great chat so far, guys. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Topic next topic, and both of our topics here are actually kind of the same thing, which is very interesting. I don't know how you came up with your topic, but let me ask my question. Uh, Olympics has just passed. If you could enter the Olympics, no, sorry, asked that wrong. Um, which if you had to start today training. Now I know for you it is actually possibly it is possible if you put your mind to it. By 2028, which Olympic event could you compete in? Guaranteed. You don't have to win, just compete.
I'm gonna go with two. One,
Okay.
so first option now would be hockey because it's
Yeah.
something I'm already play at a fairly high level and played with most of the team. Almost every single individual actually I've played with or against, either at varsity level, interprov,
And
school.
now what would it take for you to get into the SA side?
A lot of training, lots
Is
and
that
lots
a
of training. Yeah,
training? So,
lots of
so not like
training.
there's someone in your position that
Well, I mean, uh, one, lots of training. Two, I'd have to have one of the two brothers get injured. Uh,
okay.
I don't know if you've followed any of the hockey, but the Kasim brothers have absolutely blown up the world.
All
Um,
right.
yeah, so two brothers. I think they're from the Western Cape. Yeah, the Kasim brothers. Look them up. Absolutely dominating hockey at the moment, both at international club level and probably two of the best players in the South African team at the moment, especially on form. So one of them to get injured, open a spot up, wouldn't hurt. But yeah, because it's always been one of those things where I've never taken it seriously enough to try get to that level, just because of it being self-funded in SA. So I've never.
I was going to ask, is
to
there
the
any sort
heart.
of payment from that team?
Sorry,
I was going to
you
ask, is there any sort of payment from being in the SA hockey side that goes
no
to the
no you
Olympics?
you 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 pay to go to the Olympics. There's no well, obviously once you're at Olympics you get all the free goodies, so you get the free phone and
Wow, free
shoes
stuff.
and
Yeah.
stuff. But no, there's no reimbursement, shall I say? At least not this year. But now that we've got a new minister of sports and in sports and entertainment and arts and culture,
Okay.
and I forget the actual correct term for it, but Gaten McKenzie's now hitting that up, and he seems to be shaking some things
Is
up.
it
So who knows?
is it up to the government to pay, or is it up to sponsors to pay? How do you think it works in other countries?
So most other countries pay for their teams to go. So it's not upon the team
No,
itself to.
like if you were to play South African cricket or rugby, do you get a salary from SA Rugby, or do you
Yes,
only get a salary from your sponsors?
no, you get a salary from SA Rugby, and then you
So
get a
SA,
salary from your sponsors as well. So
okay, so
SA
SA,
Hockey,
okay,
there's nothing. Everyone has a normal job. It's not a professional sport. The only ones there are a couple of players in the team that are playing professionally, but they play in Europe, and then
okay,
they get paid by their European club to play. But
okay.
no, in SA, it's purely all your own funding. I mean, it was quite bad because so the women's team luckily had quite a big sponsor, title sponsor. So they were at the Olympics. They were in France. I think it was a whole month beforehand, training, acclimatizing, and everything. The men weren't because they didn't have any
Oh,
funding. So they
okay.
literally only got to the Olympics a week before the Olympics.
And how did they do?
They actually did pretty well. Trying to think, they had one good result. That was quite a good upset. But
Didn't they beat
yeah, so
England or something?
yes, yeah, they beat England, which was quite a big upset. No one saw that coming because England, or they drew with England. I can't remember if they beat them or if they drew. But either way, we were outside. I think we were 11th or 12th ranked coming into Olympics. England
Okay.
were ranked 3.
Oh, wow.
So we were able to draw with them, and they're a fully paid for professional setup. Probably one of the best setups in the world currently. So for us to go in all that way and then compete was, I think, a testament to the passion that everyone has in the country for the game, or at least those playing it. So
Right.
yeah, hockey would be my first option. But then my curveball,
Okay, yeah,
going back to my school days,
let's get a little bit crazy.
would be 800 meter.
No shot. No
Why not?
chance.
Why not?
They are running almost 400-meter record times.
Why couldn't I do that?
Could
If I
you run
train
a
hard enough.
4 seconds? You
I
old
mean,
now,
maybe if I
right?
tried.
You old now.
Hey, look,
My dad's PB is 50 seconds.
that's us.
So you're gonna run 44.
Nothing tried, nothing gained, huh?
Oh, 800. I don't know, dude. I think you
Either
maybe
800 or a 1.5, because that's what
okay.
I used to run in school. Those were my two field events, and I actually enjoyed them.
Okay. I know 800 is tough.
But yeah, no,
In fact,
maybe it's a push, but
yeah. Isn't 400 hurdles is the hardest running sport, I think.
uh, I don't even want to think of trying to attempt that sport. Like, it just looks grueling. Everyone finishes that race and they look like they're absolutely happy that that's over. No one looks like they enjoyed that run. They all
Oh,
finish and they're like, thank goodness. Now, what would be your sports? Let's hear what you got.
I was thinking about this. I actually gave it a lot of thought. I don't think there's anything I could qualify for the
If you
Olympics.
had 4 years, or
Hold on, hold
technically
on,
3 years,
hold
because the
on.
last year you gotta be picked. So you got 3 years
Okay,
to get good at it.
okay. Fully funded, fully funded. All I have to do is spend every single day training for 4 years. Um, javelin, possibly.
With those little shoulders, come on.
Bro, I've been throwing my whole life. Yes, it was a cricket ball, but I can easily turn that into throwing a javelin. It's all about technique. Archery, I probably could do that.
Okay, I can believe the archery.
Shooting of some kind, possibly. But honestly, I don't think I'm capable. However, there is a caveat to that. Winter Olympics, I think I could enter 5, 6 of them. No problem.
Do
Number
tell.
one, number one, curling. You telling me I couldn't be a sweeper for a curling team?
I think in 4 years you could get good enough to do that.
I think Ireland actually has a curling team. So um,
Ugh.
the other one, bobsled, skeleton bob, all of those ones, those downhill ones.
Or you just hold on for dear life.
You hold on and you just lean. I could do
I think
that.
Bob said, yeah, because then you could be. I know the three-man teams, the middle guy's
Yeah,
kind of just ballast.
yeah. He's just the pusher.
But
He's just pushing. Just help start.
yeah, the front guy and the last guy, suppose it anyone in
The
the
guy at the back,
bobsledding
the guy at the
community.
back does the brakes. The guy at the back does the
Yeah,
brakes. The guy in the front steers.
yeah.
Why do you need
Anyone that
brakes?
bobsleds, tell us how we're going wrong here. Correct us,
Why do you
please,
need
in the
brakes?
comments. Well, obviously, because you gotta. It's the same as like you're driving a car around corners and stuff. You gotta give a little. I assume you gotta give a little slow down and hit the curb without
I
absolutely
don't know.
smashing into
I
the
don't know.
barrier.
I think if perhaps the brakes is for like the finish line when you pass the finish line. Because wow, because remember Cool Runnings. I don't know if you watched that movie. You must have.
At
Their
least
brakes
20
failed,
times.
and they just went full out.
Did their brakes
Yes, they
fail or were they
crashed.
sabotaged?
Well, they had a
Mm.
terrible bobsled. So, but actually, they crashed and they didn't make it. Remember, they
Yeah,
carried the bobsled over the line. So maybe you do need brakes. But anyway,
exactly.
I definitely think Winter Olympics easy. I could get in tomorrow.
I think one thing I'd really love to do out of the Winter Olympics is that it's the combination of the cross country skiing and the shooting. I don't know if you've seen that event. I don't know what the
Yes,
name of that event is,
yes. Oh, that event's actually pretty cool.
but that looks pretty cool and pretty real life
Did you
testing.
watch the
Like,
Did you watch the last Olympics, the last Winter Olympics, where the one guy
uh,
lapped everyone? He was like Swedish or something, and he took off and he was shooting his because you have to hit the target and then
yes, he
you can
wasn't
go.
missing any. Yeah, he didn't miss a
He
single shot
wasn't
or
missing
something
a
like that.
single target, and he was flying around the course, and he started to lap them. I didn't like. Apparently, you can't really lap them because the course is so long, but he was doing
Yeah,
it. That's crazy.
yeah. No,
Imagine
winning
him
them
in
one
the
step
wilderness.
above. But then, surely you've seen the memes about the Turkish
Oh
old,
yes,
what,
what a gangster.
50 something year old, no eye covers, no fancy earmuffs, just some good old boulders, cheapo foam, cheapo foam earplugs, and
He had a good gun though.
with a bit more swag than that. But
Yeah.
I mean,
But did you see the one with the rifles? Like, have you seen some of their stances? Like, they're breaking their
how do they?
backs.
I,
Why? Is it
it,
like for balance or
I
something?
don't know if they have to be like gymnasts beforehand to like, have that flexibility in their back to somehow lean that back and then almost use their chest to rest
Yeah,
on. No, it's a very awkward looking positions.
yeah. But
But I
there was
guess
those
anything for stability, eh?
there was definitely those two that were definitely gangster. So it was that guy from Turkey and that Korean lady who had
Yes.
she was the backwards hat.
Swag.
Yeah, that was
Good old
cool.
fashioned swag.
And she hits the target and she just puts the gun down, checks it, doesn't celebrate. That was crazy.
That's even so. Then on the archery as well, if you, I don't know if you saw, but there was a young European competitor, female, and she comes out
Archery
of the
hit
gates in archery and hits like 10, but like
on the
Robin Hood
dot.
style, middle of the middle dot,
Yep.
and then 3 arrows just ding ding, or the next 2 arrows like absolutely hugging it. It's actually crazy. And then in the wind, in the rain, and then when they zoom out, I don't know if you ever noticed it as well, how when
How
you see
far it is.
them, yeah, and how the bow, or say the bow, how the arrow, sorry, actually has like this whole little curved trajectory.
Yeah, so they're actually aiming up. Like their sight isn't on. Well, actually, their sight will probably be on the dot.
Yeah, because you see them going back and like adjusting with a little screwdriver and all that
Yeah,
sort of
but they
thing. But that was
actually.
something, yeah, which they don't. When you see the highlight reels, you don't get to see the actual flight. You just see them going, and then you
And
see
you
the
just.
arrow hit the board. Yeah, you don't actually see the flight. So when you watch it fully live, it's a lot more interesting seeing how it.
And also the rifles, their target is only like this big,
Yeah,
and the handguns are like only that big, and they're also far away. So it's like you see them do this, pull the trigger, and it hits, and you're like, oh, well, anyone can do that. But then you see the distance, you're like, uh, maybe John Wick could do that.
yeah. Or
Um,
you go to the range yourself, and you're like, oh, shooting again. Although those are, I think they're only .22s or air rifles in some of the cases. So it's not like it's a big caliber that's going to break your wrist.
yeah, no,
But I
there's
think that
no
also
kick.
makes it harder because then with the smaller rounds, you got a lot more effect from the wind and humidity and all of that sort of thing. So
It is
that's
indoors.
actually,
It's indoors.
it's still humidity indoors.
It's not going to affect it that much.
Okay, maybe
Oh,
not over
Vincel,
that distance.
that's a hot take, Vincel. Humidity indoors. Wow.
I'll go to my air purifier right now. I've got 63% humidity. Take that. It's actually quite low. It's been a
Yeah,
very dry winter here in SA. But seeing as we're on the Olympic topic and we've talked about all the stuff we enjoy,
80%
what
humidity for me.
80%. Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually not too bad for somewhere that's pretty much just rain.
94% chance of rain. That's the lowest it's been.
I don't think we've had rain in like a month.
Oh,
Everything is dry, everything's covered in dust. It's nasty. But no, yeah, so like I was saying, we've talked about what we like about the Olympics.
okay.
Now you need to tell me what your extra hot take is and what we should be culling from the Olympics. Because there's a lot of sports where we sit there watching and we're just kind of looking at it like, wow, what is this? Is there any actual point to this? It's not interesting. My first hot take, although it's already being removed, thankfully, break dancing.
The I agree with you, but not because you think it's stupid. I agree because it's hard to judge. It's hard to judge something like that. So
Unless you have like
uh,
10 judges from all over the world with all
exactly, and
different
it's subjective.
styles, unless you're Ray Gunn from Australia, that's no way to be objective about that. That was just
No, cut that out. They should bring like rap battle or something to replace it.
no,
In other
no.
languages, like you have a Chinese against a Russian or something.
But how are they going to battle if they don't know what they're saying?
The
They're
judges
just going
can
to be
understand.
shouting random stuff at each other. No one has live subtitles. Imagine as you speak, subtitles just magically appear in front of you.
Well, you have it on a screen next to you. AI in 2028 will be able to do it straight away.
Actually, yeah, that's not a bad shout.
And
Predictions for
you have it
2028.
in, you have it translate to every single language so everyone can see the bars that are coming out. The Olympics rap battle.
That would.
That's something that we got to get petitioned.
Okay,
Okay,
has your
removing. Um, it's a tricky one, but we definitely got to get rid of the team sports like rugby because you got the World Cup, soccer, you got the World Cup, you got the um, Champions League, Premier League. Those you don't need that in the
soccer I can
Olympics.
agree with, but the rugby sevens is still quick enough and interesting enough. I feel,
Okay, fine. We'll leave sevens.
but then
Maybe
soccer I can agree with.
no, but you know what I think? Do you remember playing FIFA Street? Six aside.
Yes,
They should have
yes.
six
Same as
aside
how
soccer.
basketball has full court basketball,
Half, yeah.
and then they have that half court or 3-on-3 or yes,
Yeah, I
three on
think it's
three. They
called
have three
three
on
on
three
three.
as well.
Yeah.
Wow,
I don't
like
know. Scrap
don't get me wrong,
basketball as well.
full size basketball can stay because that's already a
No,
quick enough game. You don't think
no,
so?
get rid of it. Get rid of it.
What keep get
Because
rid of all basketball?
The USA brought out the legends essentially in this last one. It's not going to get any better than that. Pull it out. Get rid of basketball.
But then it
Did
just
you watch
be
the final? Did you watch the final?
no,
Probably not.
I didn't watch the final now.
You must have seen the highlights of Steph Curry.
No,
Bro, this oak doesn't miss.
that's not on my TikTok feed. Sorry.
I'll send you. I'll go back on my feed and find it. But
Mess with
he
my
didn't.
algorithm.
Um, the team they're
Who
playing
did they?
against was France,
France.
and LeBron got dunked on, which was hilarious. He's lying on the floor. And then Steph was like, "Okay, I'll show you how it's done. Three, three, three." He had two guys jump up, went over them. Three. He didn't miss. It was crazy. If you're a basketball fan. But get rid of
Yeah.
it. Take it out. It doesn't need to be there anymore.
So both the normal and the 3v3.
Yeah. Basketball doesn't need to be there anymore. And
I'm
then
getting
what they need to bring in is, you know, um, table tennis.
yeah. Isn't it already?
Yes. But the one with your feet and a soccer ball.
Oh
I don't know what it's.
yeah.
That's what they need to bring.
Oh, but that's like a very, at least from the few videos I've seen of it, like a very South American thing. Like
Yes.
I always see it like in Brazil or Argentina. It always seems to be
Bring
there.
that to the Olympics.
But I don't think I've ever seen that
I think South
anywhere
Africa will
else.
clean up. South Africa will clean up.
I mean, you'd think we'd clean up at soccer too, but we won't go
That's,
there.
yeah,
That's
no,
another
I
hot
think,
take.
yeah. We can blame the South African soccer performance on apartheid. That's I'm
That's an
gonna
extra hot take.
I'm gonna clip that and put it in the front. That should get people
That
to
is amazing.
minutes.
But in fairness, it is said that we actually do have one of the best league structures for football. It is just that our players couldn't give a rat's ass about actually being good, and they just want to do weird stuff on TV.
It's good to watch. It's good to watch. Do you remember the
It is
2010,
somewhat entertaining.
the 2010 World Cup? The world has never been the same since then. The vibes were too high. Shabalala
Those
is
actually
scoring opening goal. Oh,
the first time I ever used public transport in SA. Catching those, what were they? City movers. You go
yes.
to the parking area, get on the little bussy, get taken to the fan zone because tickets were too expensive and sold out everywhere.
Oh, I had
At
tickets.
least for
I
us.
watched Netherlands Spain. It
Oh, must have been nice. Thanks for the invite.
was a good game. It was a very good game. Um, yeah, no, that was crazy. That was, and I remember watching the. I had a bunch of people at my house when we were watching the first game against Mexico, and we scored that opening goal. And you just because you just went outside and you just heard the vuvuzelas because I stayed in New Germany. So it's a very affluent
Yeah,
area.
I remember that house. Yeah.
It was
You
yeah, and
mentioned you
yes.
mentioned vuvuzelas. We'll come back to our other topic, but I'm having a bit of a nostalgia watching at the moment, and I've been watching some Dragon Ball Super,
All right.
and Beerus's brother. So Beerus is the one god of
Yes.
destruction, and his brother, whose name I forget, Chumpa, Chumpa something. Anyway,
Carry on with the story. I'll
during the
find it.
tournament of power, he says, "Someone grab my vuvuzela," and
Champa.
then he actually grabs a vuvuzela and starts blowing it. So I'm just like, how is it that it's so famous? It made it to Dragon Ball Super, which is a Japanese made animation. I mean, wow.
Yeah. No, it's something special we brought to the world.
A plastic trumpet.
I had one that was a kudu horn. I remember that.
Well, that's like a traditional horn, though. That's not quite a
It was made of
vuvuzela.
plastic. It was made of
Oh,
plastic.
the plastic copy. Sorry, the plastic copy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cooler, I guess.
They looked
But
cooler. They
no,
didn't sound.
no, no, that didn't sound cool. They also hurt your lips, like a lot. But no, back to I've got one more
Yes.
hot take, and it
Okay.
hasn't even been in the Olympics yet. It's supposed
And
to
you
be
want it
coming.
out.
It's supposedly coming in 2028. Flag football. So American football,
American football. Okay.
but
But the
it's like
one
their
where you
version.
have the flags on your hips.
So it's their version of touch rugby.
Actually,
That's
bring touch rugby to the
no,
Olympics.
wow, man. I want to see people get crunched in half. I don't want to see people running on tapping each other on the back, going,
Okay,
"Oh,
but
please
touch
stop."
rugby can get technical though. But anyway, it's fine.
No,
So
it is very technical, but
you don't want flag football.
no, man. What's the whole point of that? Whole point of football is entertainment, is because you get to see oaks smash each other for
Do you watch
4 hours.
American football?
Now, I watch highlight reels
Yes,
because to
because
watch
if
it
you watch
live,
4 hours for 12 minutes of gameplay.
it is ridiculous how long it takes. But that's also why when you watch, it makes more sense when you always hear about Americans tailgating and having big barbecues and how they eat so much and drink so much at the event, is because it takes flipping 4 hours and there's so many breaks and stoppages and oh, I watched
A typical
one.
American sport. Because also, isn't baseball also boring to watch? Or is it just the
Yeah,
Major League Baseball?
yeah, I wouldn't say, but it's fun to play. But I
Yes,
guess
but it's
people say
boring
the
to
same
watch.
about cricket.
No, yeah, but I mean, you have the T20 format. And if you
Yeah,
understand cricket, it's good to watch.
baseball's kind of like a T20 format where it's just
Okay.
hit, run, hit, miss. You either hit it or you're out. Pretty much it. Very similar to cricket. Just instead of using your hands, you have a big old glove, and people can
Speaking of
just throw
cricket,
it straight at your head.
I would love to see a Strava map of someone who played a cricket game.
Oh,
Like
ah,
when you press play.
I can do one
On,
better because I actually have that.
okay,
Uh played a lot of games with my Garmin on, and I'll actually
okay.
have to find it and I'll send it to you. Because yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Because also being one of the,
If
not
you're
to blow
bowling,
my
it's
own
just
horn.
six. If you're bowling, six short little runs. If you're fielding,
No,
walk in six times.
no, it legit looks like that. I think there were days where I would do okay, because I was one of the better fielders. I was always in like the high traffic zones. It kind of looks like that, but it was more cow corner to cow corner.
Okay.
But it literally looks like that, where it just, and then you'll end up doing like 7, 8 Ks in a fielding session, and it's bonkers. And then because I bowled a bit too, then you'd have all the little squiggles in the middle, and then So then let me find one of those old sessions. Then we can put it as one of our little
Post
tags.
it on TikTok. Post it on TikTok.
Yeah, but no, I actually have that. So it's funny you mention that because I actually have that exact
Yeah, because
tracking.
I wanted to track my soccer game last week. So I used my Fitbit, but I put it on run and it didn't track the GPS. I don't know if I was
It
disconnected
just
from
track
my
the
phone.
steps.
It counts as steps and everything, kilometers and everything, but it didn't have GPS connection. And I think because I left my phone in the car, so it like
Oh, the
disconnect
Fitbit. Oh, does the Fitbit need your phone for
for
GPS?
GPS. For GPS, yeah.
Oh,
Because it's
you
the
the little one.
Inspire or whatever.
Do yourself a
So
favor. No, this isn't an Apple Watch. It's a
okay,
Xiaomi watch. Half the
okay.
price and all the same functions. Not even half the price. This is the Xiaomi 3 Active.
Wait, does it connect with the phone that we have?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It connects to the phone, connects to the Xiaomi app, tracks everything, has its own built-in um, Bluetooth, so you don't rely on your phone as well. Ugh, not Bluetooth, GPS,
GPS.
so it doesn't rely on your phone. But you can also answer phone calls from it, and this costs 900 Rand. So convert that into euros. Or
It's 48 rand, 48 euros. I spent that on
and
lunch the other.
exactly. And now this is a watch that does everything an Apple Watch does. Okay, maybe it's not as sensitive,
Yeah. Well,
but
that's yeah. Because what I'm gonna do is tomorrow night I'm gonna take my phone with me, like next to the field, so it can be connected, just
well,
so I
then
can
it's still
track
not going to track your
down,
GPS because you need to like strap your phone to you. Because remember, your phone is going to be tracking your phone's GPS, and if your phone's sitting still, it's not going to
Oh,
do anything.
oh, that sucks. Because I have that arm thing that you put it in your arm.
No, but then you're going to
Uh,
bump into someone, and
yeah,
then
that's why I didn't want to
phone.
use that. Maybe I can find a way to put it in my pants or something.
No. Get a new watch.
Okay, fine. I'll do that. I'll do that. Um,
You can give
Mental,
Scarlett
just
a
in
Fitbit.
time. Just in time. Just in time. We, ladies and gentlemen at home, we are going to play Pictionary. Yeah.
Yay! When
Okay.
last?
Okay. So here are the rules, right? Uh, Paper and a pen. You
I've
pick.
got a
Pull up.
highlighter.
Okay, that's fine. Pull up the website that I've linked there. Random word generator.
I've got my first word as well. Okay, who's gonna go first?
Okay, I'll go first. I'll go first.
Oh, what
I'll
happened
go
to Ching
first.
Chong Cha?
Oh, sorry. I didn't even look at you. Okay.
Ching
It's rock,
Chong.
paper, scissors, go.
Okay,
Okay.
you.
Rock, paper.
I win. I go first.
Okay, you go first. Okay, are you ready?
Okay, wait, what are the rules for drawing again?
No words. You can draw whatever you want.
Okay.
You got 30 seconds. In three, two, one, go. While he is drawing it for everyone at home, please make sure to like and subscribe to not miss any future uploads from the Global Buggers, which is us. And when it's my turn to go, Vincel is going to read our sponsor from this week. Tom, stop. There we go.
That's terrible.
Right, I have
Right.
two guesses. I have two
And I
guesses.
can't tell you nothing. You gotta go off the
You can't tell me
pictures.
nothing. You got to show me the picture, and you got to tell me if I'm right or wrong.
I hope that makes sense.
Was 30 seconds long enough?
Yeah, it makes it interesting. Can you kind of see that there's a
Yeah, I can see it.
poll?
I can see it.
Okay, okay. First guess.
This is one word.
One word.
Oh shit. I'm gonna say billboard.
Oh, that's.
Is
I
it
can't give
right?
you clues, but you're so close.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna give you billboard.
All
I'm
right,
gonna give it
fine.
to you.
I'll take 2 points.
Yeah, uh, can I give you half a point?
You can give me half a point.
I give you half a point. Do you want to hazard what the actual word is?
Wait, no, because I can still get another point. Okay, so it's not billboard.
No.
It's a uh, uh, advertisement.
Can I give you 90.95 of a point?
No, you can give me half a point. That's
No, that's right.
what is it?
Advertising. That's the word.
Yeah.
For the boys and girls at home to see I'm not cheating.
Okay, so I will get myself 1 point then.
Oh no, it's reversed.
Advertising. No, no, it's reversed for you, not for me. It's reversed for you.
Okay. So there
Okay,
we go. Advertising. Hey
one
man, stop
point.
drawing. Okay, you're
No,
taking
no,
the
I was
points.
writing the points. I was writing the points. Okay.
Well done, Terence. I'm,
my,
I'm proud of you. That was very good. Well done.
okay, my turn. No, it was your drawing. My turn. Ready? In 3, 2, 1.
10 seconds down. 20 seconds.
I'm done.
Oh, okay, well, you had 5 seconds to spare. And time.
Okay, now the whole point of this game is for the other person to have more points.
So for you to have more points than me.
And
Because
then
you've now
you'll win.
purposely drawn like shit.
Okay, you'll get this straight away because my word was actually a lot easier than yours. Are you ready?
Don't say that now. Tongue ring?
No,
Tongue
it's one
piercing?
word. It's one word.
One word. So it's an arrow hitting someone's tongue. Sharp tongue? No, that's not a word. I thought you
I'll
said
give
it
you
was
a
going to
clue.
be an easier word.
I'll give you a clue. That is the ignore that arrow.
Ignore the arrow.
Yes.
So why did you draw it if I must ignore it? Emoji?
Okay, that's your two guesses. The arrow is pointing at what the word is for 1 point.
Tongue.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Pencil. And you said it how many times? You're like tongue, tongue piercing, tongue ring.
Oh, okay, one more. I've got to redeem myself. Well, I've got to get you back.
Okay, find another word.
Oh, how am I gonna? Okay, I'm making another word. That one's weird.
Right, I've got no next word.
Well, that can be interesting.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I hope you remember something from biology.
I didn't do bio.
Shit.
Halfway. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop drawing. Hey, and you didn't do the ad read while I was drawing.
I'll get it this time.
Right. Let me have a guess.
Okay, I didn't do bio, so I was drawing what it looks like, but now you're really gonna have to pull a miracle out of here.
That looks like a sad cell.
Ooh, you're close.
So what is that? I have no idea. Mitochondria. Oh,
No.
are you coughing? Flu? No.
What is flu?
Oh, it's a virus.
Virus.
That's a virus.
Yes.
That's a terrible drawing. Because a virus has like 6, 7 legs, and you drew 2.
It's a 2D drawing. How am I gonna draw 6 legs?
Okay.
Especially when you said you didn't do bio, I was like, oh, he's not gonna know what this looks like.
1 point. Okay. Next one. I've got my word, and I don't know if 30 seconds will be enough. Ready?
Okay, well, you got 30 seconds. Start.
Okay.
And while Terence is busy taking his sweet time trying to draw something that I can understand, we thank today's sponsor, Stabilo Boss Stationery. Stabilo. Smooth, effortless writing. Drawing wonderful viruses and whatever Terence is drawing. Soon to find out. Thank you.
How much time?
Stabilo. You've got 3 seconds.
Okay.
You've got negative 3 seconds now.
Are you ready for a masterpiece?
Well, let's see. Music?
No. Is that a guess?
I kind of blurted it out, so I guess it is a guess. Singing.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
I finally got one. Hallelujah. Okay, so I think we both established that we both suck at drawing.
We both suck at drawing.
Give me some glass or
So,
something.
who was our sponsor? Was it BetterHelp?
No, it was Stabilo Boss.
As Waltons, isn't it? Owned by Waltons.
I think it is owned by Waltons.
Anyway. Okay. Vincent, wrap us up. And then next week you can do the intro.
Next week you can do the intro. Well, unfortunately, that is it for today's session, everyone. Don't forget to hit a like and a subscribe. They're pretty pleased, as well as leaving some comments on how we can be better. Because obviously, we want to have topics that entertain you, the viewer. So please, Yaku, tell me what you think. And you better like and subscribe. And Terence, where can people find you on social media?
Oh, okay. Thanks for asking. Links in the description, but at Scarlet Marketing. So Scarlet _ marketing on TikTok and just Scarlet Marketing on YouTube. Subscribe there, subscribe here. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.